Um, gun control. Um, Once again, like with all these videos, if you just come to one, it's like, what's this guy think about gun control? I'm going to try at the beginning of most of them to say, this is everything's related. Like, um, if you do policy in one area, very likely to influence everything else in some way. Like, oh, we give people, oh, we're gonna give. Never mind. Um, so once again, like I'm sort of like this with abortion, with immigration. We have a 2,000 mile long border with Mexico. Sometimes people point to Australia and say, look what they did with gun control. I mean, you have to also remember they didn't have as many guns as we have now. They also didn't have a long land border with another country. So, you control the ports and you probably be able to maybe cut things down. So I can understand that. I just once again, like, you're asking a lot of people to police a lot of things, and it's just how practical is that? Do you really want? I mean, I don't want to sound like a libertarian. 90% of people supposedly want background checks in some capacity. It hasn't happened yet. They say the gun lobby. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know what other explanation there is. So I'm not against things like that, which almost everyone wants. You know, gun show loopholes. You know, I there was some arguments against Yang and the sort of locks on guns with fingerprints and stuff like that. I don't know. There's something maybe you can do there. Um, but I mean, I get it. It's like, people sometimes people on the left will say, well, um, the government has all these tanks, all these guns. You don't have a chance against them. But I mean, we just the Taliban just outfought or survived against the Russians and the U.S. over however 50 years or 40 years, whatever it was. It's not impossible for small arms um, militias to take on big governments. And there's no, it's not hard to look into history and find governments that have overreached. So I understand that. And as you see in the rest of my videos, if you watch them, I am very worried about climate change and some of the things people will not, that I would do, people would not like. And they should at least have some kind of maybe ability to fight back if government does overreach. I don't know. Seems maybe a fair thing. Now, also, like, trying to figure out how to make them safer if we're going to have them seems to me, I don't know how. I'd have to look at every piece of legislation and judge it accordingly. But, you know, keeping keeping your gun out of your truck if somebody's going to break in. Of course, I don't know. I don't know the mentality. I've never had a gun. I don't have a family. I don't have anything to really protect. It's like, okay, you're gonna steal, but I don't have much to steal. But I wouldn't shoot. I hope I wouldn't shoot somebody just for stealing. Maybe I would. I don't. Whatever. I don't. I don't think I would. But I wouldn't like it. Um. But anyway. Yeah. It's another tough issue with lots of viewpoints that I don't think are crazy, and so I don't. I maybe should focus more on specific legislation and stuff, but just give you a sense. I think there's a lot of things we can do to try to make things safer. But I also think that, I mean, a lot of the problems why people do what they do are much bigger, much bigger. And I hope some of my other policies would help address those things. You know, things that my policies, like, you know, you're one person out of 435 or whatever. Okay, 5:30. I'm done with this.